Hey everyone! As I'm, again, disorganized as always. Hey, it's Lauren from Color the Kitty and Stampin' Up. Just get this set up here. Today is the next session for the Christmas Madness. This is number 4. We're doing a throwback to an older kit that I still have some materials of, which should be interesting. These tags are really cool, but what I'm looking at today is let's make these tags into a card. But I'm going to do one at a time. So I'll do one for today, and then we'll do another one another day. And of course, I always start off the video needing liquids. Alright, so I'm going to go with the first one here, this guy. Now, just to kind of show a little bit of past Stampin' Up, this used to be the entirety of Stampin' Up instructions. Since then, they've definitely improved these significantly better for how to make these cards. Alright, so let's just get the materials out. The ink at the time was shaded spruce. This is mine, but it's almost dried up. So I do have a new one in case I need it. These were the stamps way back when. Peace, love and joy, a gift for you, let it snow, made with love, to and from, snowflakies, and some sort of holly. Just gotta wiggle some stuff around here because I'm totally disorganized as usual. Alright, so let's pull up the materials we need for the first one. So it looks like we're going to need one of these big tags for sure. I don't think we need those right now. So anything I don't need, I'm just going to throw back into the wrapper. So back then, I did not keep the boxes. So I've got interesting ways of storing these beauties. Looks like I don't need this either. Huh. We might be out of this tag, which will be interesting. Alright, don't need those. We not be able to make this tag into a card. Some of those. Don't need that. Oh, we might have it. Just keep flipping through. No, we might be able to do this. If not, we'll just do a different one. Yeah, I've been slowly getting through all the old stuffs here. Because I figure, hey, might as well have fun with it. But if I don't have that piece, I'm sure I can improvise with something else. If need be. I think I just heard my wash machine tell me the washer's done. But I'll check that after this video. Alright, so still flipping through all these materials. And I think I put something away that I needed. Yeah, I did. Oh, no, I'm okay. Never mind, I'm okay. Just there's so much stuff here. Oh, wow. Yeah, I think I found it. I think I found what we need here. Alright. So it looks like we still have some of these. Yes, lots of crinkle. Okay. So, there's only like one bit of stamping on this one, and it's the piece, which we'll get to that very shortly. Let's get that portion done. Then we can assess where we're at and see if I can build this into a card this year. So I was going to do that one. Where's my block? My paper pumpkin block. Where I could use the Stamparatus, and I know I would, but I'm like, I'm okay right now. So let's just pull the stamps off. Well, the one I need anyway. Some of these are well loved. And then I've probably used this one before, but I'm still going to season it because it's been sitting for a while, for like a year. And I haven't done too much Christmas crafting yet. So that's well seasoned, I hope. Now the only issue is this ink might be a bit dried out, but I'm still going to use as much as I can with it. And with that meaning, try to dip really into it essentially beat up the stamp almost. And that worked really well. So there is sometimes ways to salvage the ink. Just giving that really good clean on my sponge. So then what I'm going to do is, before I start assembling, I want to be able to put this onto a card base. And to do that, I think I'm in a crumb cake mood. This might not look good, but we're going to roll with it. So I'm just going to duck under the desk and grab my crumb cake, which I should have grabbed ahead of time. Bear with me one moment. I got to take the mic off so I can reach under the desk for crumb cake. Which I just had it a few minutes ago, too. I'm coming. Okay, there's crumb cake. Okay, since I'm done playing under the table. So yeah, I am in love with this paper since last year. So let's have some fun here. So I just need a sheet of crumb cake to cut in half. Once I kind of sort of get a section of this going. It's coming, it's coming. It's like a neat craft paper kind of sort of color. Ah, crumb cake. Where this color doesn't really coordinate with this kit, but I just still really want to use this color. So we're rolling with it. Alright. So I've got that. What I need is a paper trimmer so we can cut this down to the classic size. Just going to move some stuffs around here. That makes this a heck of a lot easier. So you can see exactly what I'm doing here. So half of 11 inches, if you know your math, is 5.5. Lined it right there. Lock that in. Swipe. And we have a nice half cut going on here. Ta-da! So I got two pieces. I got one for now, one for later. Move the cutting board off to the side. Put the extra crumb cake with the rest of the crumb cake, because I just love that color. And then I'm just going to do a quick fold. And grab my bone folder, which is here somewhere in all this mess above the table. There we go. So then we're going to more or less build on top this whole project. So I'm going to bring back my imagery so I can see, because I'm just going to work from the image based on what I can see. Alright, so then first things first, we're going to pop out one of these guys. And then as what I don't need will get popped away. Okay. Then there's even a little hole on here. I'm just going to pop it anyway. So I'm just going to put it on top. I'm just going to do regular adhesive. Nothing fancy. No dimensionals right now. So I've got my Stampin' Seal Plus. Just to put on there nicely. And then next up we gotta get our cardinal friend. Now one or two of these is popping out really well, so we'll grab one of those. And I'm gonna gently put these guys away for next time. Oh, I am gonna need another couple pieces that I didn't see. So Mr. Cardinal is just gonna go on there. And then we're gonna need some of these. And then I didn't notice it until now. I need some of these other really fine green things. So let's get the cardinal down now. So Mr. Cardinal, I'm gonna use some glue dots because they're a little easier to work with when you're got smaller items to work with. So this is my goodie bag of adhesives. My little mini goodie bag of glue dots that I keep from past paper pumpkin kits. And I'm gonna get a little pokey stick, flip them around, get some glue dots on them. But the idea of today's video is I want to show a way of, hey, if you need cards but you got too many tags to work with, how to kind of transition from a project to another. So just pulling off the white caps of my glue dots and then flip them around, put my bird on there like so, and then going to grab a couple of these really fine pieces. There we go. And then glue some of those down somewhere very carefully. Glue dots are a little hard to use when it's really little items, but they're still useful. So there's one. And the other one, which I have almost lost on the table here. And here is the other one. So far good. And then we're gonna bring in, looks like 3 of these guys. So 1, 2, 3. And we're almost done actually, for the most part. So with those I'll use glue dots again. Put like a couple on them. Like so. Actually, I'm just going to bounce that back a little more. So I'm going to pull this tag out and use it as a sizing. So I have an idea of where am I putting stuff, like so. Actually, I don't like where it is. Yeah, like there. There would be good. So actually, ironically, that one was fine a moment ago. Go figure. So keep this floating on there as I line stuffs up. Yeah, what I could have done, and I'm thinking about it now, you know, now as I'm in the middle of making this, I could have done more to it. I could have, sorta, coulda, woulda put some decorative on the background of this, which would actually look really good, but, you know, looking back at it now, it's okay to make mistakes. but there's still ways of salvaging, as we will see in a short. I have ideas on what I can do to rectify that. Alright, so then this is going to go on with dimensionals once I find a little package kicking around here. Like so. So I'm good with dimensionals. So we are getting near completion here. I still think it's going to look pretty good. Grab this. Put it on top. Like so. So far good. Actually looks pretty good even as is. But I'm going to step it up a little bit more with the snowflake stamp because it's me. Just going to grab this, grab that. I'm going to put this piece of paper away. The rest of my die cuts. I'm going to clean up the table a tiny bit here. Move some of this stuff away from me. And I'm going to grab that shaded spruce color, which I should have seasoned that stamp, but I forgot. I just kind of went right into it with the ink. And this is what we're doing. Is coming in with some decorative. This suddenly makes us look heck of a lot better. I think it actually looks great. And then I'm going to add a little bit on there. A little bit on there. Wow. Suddenly it went from very plain to very nice. Then I could add more, or I could just leave it as is, because I think it's just elegant the way it is. And that is a way that we can step up a tag into a card. I actually really like it. It's actually a little crooked, I realize, but it's okay. That's pretty cool. Oh, we're almost done. So at some point I gotta put a white panel on the inside, but I'll get to that when I get to that. But I'm gonna finish the back of this card with the usual colored kitty. I'm gonna try to use as much of this ink as possible. There we go. Okay, we got that. And then my angel policy is kicked around here somewhere. So let's get this done. So here's the created by. Then there's the Stampin' Up! Name. I love this crumb cake. This cardstock piece. Alright. Okay, so we got that. Now, I am going to finish it off, so we're going to put an insert in the inside. So let me grab two things. Paper cutter again, because I think we're going to need one. And then we're going to grab hopefully some white paper somewhere around here. I should have a piece. I've got one here that I can use. So if you know your sizing, that card base is 5.5 by 4.25 when it's folded. So what I'm doing here is I got cut at 4, and then 5.25 by 4 is my little piece I want to work with. And that should work. If in doubt, once you get your cut piece, just line up on the outside and make sure you got like a border all the way around, which there is. Cool. I'm going to stamp something on the inside actually, because I'm in a stamping mood. This is really cute. I actually really love this card. I'm going to take the snowflake stamp again. I'm going to do the bottom corner. This is what my sponsor does. She loves to decorate the inside of cards, and I can see why. Sometimes it just really gives a nice whimsy effect of prettiness. Alright, there we go. So then flip it over, get some adhesive, and we are, my friends, almost done. Okay, make sure I got the right corner that I want to put it in. And there we go. There is a nice, elegant Christmas beauty for the season. That even though it's a throwback from a long time ago, a couple years ago, but it's nice to be able to go back into some older kits and just have fun with this. Like, I love this card. Alright. Well, everyone, thank you for watching. Feel free to like, help. I was looking at another screen, I had the word help on it. Okay, what's my spiel here? Feel free to like, share, comment, follow, subscribe. All those things makes a huge difference here. That way I can do more for you. And yeah, so this is pretty cool. Well, thank you, my friends, for watching. And I'll be back next week with another continuation of this for the Christmas Madness. So we did this one. Assuming I got all the materials, which I think I do, we'll be doing the other ones over the next couple of weeks. Something like this into a card. That way it's not always just tags. Or tags are cool too, but I love this. Alright, well thank you everyone for watching. And as for my other series of videos, let's see. I will be back later today, in the near future, doing a 1-hour live stream of coloring of the one picture I've been calling for a while. And then I'll be back on Thursday for the usual Thursday lives. If you want to catch replays of stuff, feel free to scroll through the Facebook videos as well. There is my YouTube channel if you want to see essentially the same content kind of copied over. That'd be great. Alright everyone, thank you and hope you have a great day. Bye for now.